I'm going to say just Simeon. Make a stealth check as you get to the first crossroad that starts to lead out of town.
Let's say 13 because I have to roll with disadvantage because of my chainmail.
I'd say that they still haven't actually noticed you. You steadily follow the way out of town onto the outskirts. You go into a bit of a wooded area, and then you see them disappear into a cluster of trees. Do you continue to follow them?
Do I get the sense that there's anyone else around? Or if it's just those three?
Roll perception. You can see some trees.
Hold.
Okay, then.
We could be heading into a trap.
Trap?
They could have a camp. There could be more of them. I'd like to think that there are not many who had fallen for this charade, but, well, you saw the fools in the bar. They'll believe any good story.
The fellow did have a tendency to embellish a little bit. I imagine the stories he told didn't quite coincide with the reality.
Oh, I don't know.
One could help with traps that may be set.
I've slain many orcs and goblins myself, many battles. Some of the stories were not exaggerated. But that's neither here nor there. You said something about traps, sorry. I was busy reminiscing.
I have a wand that will show us any traps that may be in our path.
Then I shall let you lead the way. They know my face. Maybe not yours so well.
So I'd like to use my wand of secrets to check for any traps.
Okie dokie. It just automatically works, doesn't it, if I remember right?
Yeah.
Right, so you cast it. You don't detect any traps.
Doesn't seem to be any traps.
Then I would like to continue.
Okay, then. You start to push your way through the little forested area, taking the general route you think that they went in. Let's say make a stealth check. Again.
That all of us are just Simeon.
Just Simeon.
11.
Okie dokie. As you start to get further in, you hear a little bit of talking, but it suddenly goes quiet. Just as you get close enough to hear it decently.
I hear them.
I swear I heard something then. Probably just another one of those goddamn critters. Don't worry about it. So where to next? You now hear the more boastful one talking. There's a town to the east. We can try see if they're any better off for a coin. Like you reckon we leave in the morning? Yeah. Alright. What do you say? We'll go back into town in an hour. Try a different bar, see what we can get from it. Who knows, might get a few more fistfuls of silver if we're lucky. You don't really hear too much else after that. It's just little murmurings. One complaining about how something won't light.
I'm just looking at Simeon to see how he wishes to proceed.
I'm going to sort of back off a touch.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I'm out of their earshot, I suppose. They want to go back into town, swindle more coin. I wish to stay, check out their camp when they're gone. No doubt they will return here. There's no need to chase them back into town.
Okay then.
If worse comes to worse, do you think we could take them in a fight?
Have you not been paying attention, boy? I am Sim the Slayer. I bet that one cannot hold such an acclaim.
They don't seem to be terribly disciplined from what we've observed.
Yes, they are no true Hammerhands.
Okay, so do you wait in the brush to see if they leave?
I will.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
so I'll say make one stealth check, but with advantage for this. Given
All
they
of
don't-
us.
Yeah, just one person needs to make it.
Yeah, I won't, mate.
Oops, that was the wrong roll. My bad.
That's a good thing as well. If it was in that one, well,
I guess I'll use the 18 then if it's advantage.
yes. Okie dokie.
Okay.
How do you say it to do the advantage, by the way?
Because of the armor I'm wearing, it automatically rolls 2 stealth checks.
Yeah,
If I have
because
to roll with disadvantage.
got like plate or something.
Yeah, I've got chainmail. It gives
Yeah,
me
I've got
disadvantage on all
I've
stealth
got
checks, so-
disadvantage on stuff. Like if you're rolling for advantage normally, Zach can like you could just roll twice and you just take the high of the two, or
Fair enough.
lower the two for disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Okay, about an hour or so later, you hear some rustling, and you hear them generally heading off back in towards town and away from you. How long do you wait? What do you do?
I'll give it a few minutes. Make sure they're gone.
Okay then. I say they passed out of earshot by about 3 minutes then at this stage.
Come, let us see what these imposters are hiding. I want to check out their camp.
Okay. The camp is in a small clearing. I don't actually have a map for this, so you know, it's a feature of mine.
Mhm.
It's fairly open campsite. They've got a small little campfire. Seems like they tried to get something burning, didn't really happen. There's 2 tents, one slightly larger than the others. You can assume 2 of them bunk together, the other one sleeps by themselves. There's a few backpacks dotted about, but there isn't really anything of value.
Can I go rifling through these backpacks and these tents so we can find anything? of
You
use?
can, yes. What are you going to search for specifically?
Doom, can I just? Oh, sorry.
The backpacks, please.
Okay, okay. In the backpacks, you find. All right, I'm not going to bother you roll for this. You find several different banners for the Hammered Hand. Some of them are torn, some of them look better. You also see several banners for several different mercenary groups that you came across over your years. Again, some are good condition, some of it torn.
Looks like we're not the only company they've been impersonating. I'd wager they've been doing this all over the land. Taking banners from fallen heroes.
Just like looking at the state of everything. They don't seem very good at this sort of thing.
No, like I said, they're no soldiers. Any good soldier would know how to live off the land. It's what we do.
Can't even start a basic fire. Guess I take my magic for granted sometimes.
It's not a skill that needs magic. I'll go and start a fire. Look how easy it is.
That seems like a bad idea.
Okay,
Oh, yes,
roll
yeah.
5 with advantage.
You're right. You're right.
Oh.
All right. Do I see anything else in the tents or anything?
There's a handful of different types of discarded weaponry. There's some basic supplies dotted about, mostly dried meats, nuts. There's a couple of bags of coins, mostly coppers, but there's quite a bit of heft to them.
I'm going to take those bags.
Take all of them. I'll say there's 3 bags worth of coins.
Yeah, I'll let the other 2 take 1 each.
Okay then.
Money
Everyone
for the
roll
guild.
a D100 with advantage.
All of us?
Yes.
$91.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did that wrong. Which is good because that was 2D.
91 again.
Do you want me to do 2 separate rolls? Or...
Yeah, do 2 separate rolls.
So 91 and 93 for me, so 93.
Wow.
Okay. Wait on flints. Right. Okay then. Simeon, you get 91 copper. Nagrax, you get 93 copper. Flint, you get 52 copper.
Yeah.
Grax is slightly sad that that wasn't gold.
You wish.
Yeah, indeed. But I suppose it's to be expected. These are just filthy vagabonds after all.
I'm all for making a living, but this seems desperate almost.
A paltry amount for the deeds.
Well, they have no true skill of their own, so they take credit for what others have done.
I agree. I meant to say that it's no way to live. So low return for, I suppose it's to be expected.
I'm going to. I'd like to pocket the bag of all different banners.
All right, I'll say that you stuff them all into one rucksack and you throw it over your shoulder. So you take the rucksack as well.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
This will be the last day they do this. Flint, would you like to leave a message in the camp? Sort of
I just like
eyeing the fireplace. Or fire pit, not fireplace.
I just like conjure flames in my hand.
That'll do nicely. Come, let us return to town.
You never specified what you want me to do. Burn the camp down or just light the bonfire?
I'll leave it to your imagination.
I kind of feel sorry for them because I know what it's like to lose everything and be down, so I just cast bonfire in the pit.
Cast bonfire on the bonfire.
Yeah.
It's just a double stacked bonfire.
Well, why not?
But one's upside down, so it's kind of like an hourglass.
Actually, let me check at that.
It just light flammable things on fire, so.
Oh, I thought I conjured a literal bonfire. Okay.
Yeah, so that's...
It just creates a bonfire on the ground, but it can set things on fire.
Ah, okay.
And that is the purpose I use it for.
Alright. So you guys make your way out of the little campsite and into town.
I would
Oh, well.
like to find any just find a passerby. Oh no, find a guard, I guess. If there's anyone on like the gate or something.
Alright. Yeah, there would have been guards on the gates. Yeah, a couple of them see you approach. Hail.
Well met. Did you see a group of 3 come into town wearing this banner?
The guard looks it over and thinks for a moment. Yep.
Did they say where they were headed?
Boasting about getting drinks. They would say much else.
What's a good bar to frequent? We know about the ram's horn. What else is there in town? Wouldn't be somewhere too high end.
The Mermaid's quite a popular one. There's always a lot of people there drinking.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, where do I find this mermaid? I'm not too familiar with this town.
It's just at the inner circle further down this road. On the right-hand side. You know, you're right from your left.
I do indeed.
Well, you're already halfway there.
Many thanks.
Good day.
As the past Nigrax does that thing, we know you do like an L with your left hand and then like a backwards L with your right hand. You just
What do you
can't
I'm glad
do?
it's not just me that does that.
sort of like now nothing, Simeon, it's fine, carry on.
It's okay, Nigrax, I will do that too.
All right. I'd like to confront these individuals, but I think we need our little elven friend. Yes. Do not charge into battle without your full party, after all.
Oh, what time is it actually now, Doom? Is it the next day?
Say 3 hours have passed. So it's going to be about 4 or 5 o'clock.
They seem to like their alcoholic beverages. Maybe we could incapacitate them somewhere.
The thought of alcohol makes Nigrax feel slightly sick.
Nigrax remembers.
Does.
I like your way of thinking. First, let us return to the guild. We need to make sure they don't get a hold of these again. And we need to find Finion. He's probably worried about us.
Doom, can I ask something? Do you know on the way back to the guild hall,
See.
can I roll a perception check to see if I see any more of those shrines?
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not expecting a will, but just on the off chance. Okay, so I'll just... Perception?
Okay, we're 21. You don't see any sign of those particular shrines. You see other little ones dotted about. One to a buff-looking Santa Claus.
You've not told any of us what's happened yet.
No, I've not. I'm keeping it to myself for the time
Okay.
being.
But you don't really see too much else.
Okay. Nigrax will make a mental note of that statue's location now.
Okie dokie. That'd be on one of the main streets in from the one you just came from, which would say would be the East Street. About halfway down.
Okay. Okay. And sort of Nigrax will just keep walking with the party back then.
Okie dokie. You guys get back to the guild hall. I'm going to say you go straight to the room. Finion is sat in the middle of the floor trying to meditate.
Finion, my boy.
He opens up one eye. Yes.
Still doing your praying? Was it?
Meditation.
Meditation. That's the one. How is it going?
Rather poorly. Can't really concentrate, to be frank. And I keep hearing sounds from upstairs. Sounds like someone's maybe hurt? I'm not sure.
With Lorena, anything is possible.
Roll perception.
Yeah.
Simeon giving you looks up. No. You don't really hear anything. You hear a little thump, but that's all you hear.
I don't know what you hear, lad. You can't concentrate with such little noise. You've clearly never been in a military camp.
I'd just sit down next to Finion. This ability you're trying to learn. I can't recall much about what you said. Is it astral projection?
It's astral arms, specifically. It's basically conjuring parts of my astral self into the real world and using them as weapons, basically, or armor, or things like that.
Would it help if you knew how to astral project?
Probably not. This is something that we either can or can't do. What we should be able to do. Everyone in my bloodline can. But what are you all doing back so soon anyway? It's early, yes.
I shall let Simeon talk on this one. Seems he has an imposter.
Yes. There was a man pretending to be me, masquerading as something from my past. I wish to find out more, but for that, and I clap my hand on his shoulder, I need our best warriors.
Finion will look around. Do we have new people?
You have proven yourself in battle more than any of us, young one. Come. Will you help me?
I try, sure.
Can I
That's
sell
the
you?
spirit, lad.
Yeah, I'm assuming you'll drop off the backpack here, would you?
Yeah, I'll put them under my bed.
While we are in the room, I go up to where I've hidden my spell book and cast Arcane Lock on the loose floorboard.
Kiduki? Okay, what were?
If you will allow me to.
Yeah, you can. She'll allow it.
No. So I do that before we leave.
Okie dokie. And then you guys leave to Deadleden. Again, there'll be no map for this part either. I was starting to make some bar maps, but I haven't finished them.
You've been busy. We'll allow it.
You guys make your way towards the bar. You see there's quite a few people coming in and out of it. It seems quite a large establishment, quite busy. A lot of people jovial in there. When you enter, there's about, I'd say, 15 to 20 different tables. They're large rectangular ones. There's barmaids running around giving drinks out to people. There's several different groups of people where people are boasting, telling stories. But your eyes gravitate towards the ones in the far corner of the people that you were following previously. Generally, the people there seem like they seem like they're working people. Some are adventurers, but most of them seem like they work fields.
All right, I want to go. Did they have a crowd around them again?
Yes, they've got a crowd by now, given how long you took. They're going getting Finion.
Right, I want to go and mingle, keeping towards the back, try and be a bit unseen.
Okie dokie. When you join them, they're recounting the tale of you riding a horse into battle against the ogre horde, orc horde. This time they add little things about how you used a pole, staff with a blade on the end of it to swing around, continually cleaving head after head after head as you dove into their ranks.
Well, that's one way to get ahead.
He's getting more imaginative. It is a truly gallant tale. I almost wish I'd actually performed such a task.
You have to actually tell us the real story at some point, Simeon.
Oh, that I shall, but I want to hear more.
Finian looks to you and then he looks back at the other people. He's kind of paying very close attention to the stories, occasionally looking back at you.
This man
I
is claiming to be
I
me.
assume we informed Finian of the situation on the way here.
Yeah,
I assume you gave him the basics, yeah.
He claims to be me, but these are no soldiers. They're no members of this mercenary or any mercenary company. Are they getting quite inebriated?
They seem to be holding the rail rather well. And they're getting a steady stream of coin again. But it's mostly coppers this time.
I go up to the barkeep and ask, what is your strongest beverage?
The barkeep here is going to be a dwarf, yet again, just because they're easy barkeeps. Oi, what do you mean, what's the strongest beverage? You not come here to drink often or something?
I just really enjoying these tales. I would like to buy these guys a drink.
We got cheap diarrhea if you want to try that.
I'm just thinking, sheep diarrhea.
It's such a difficult decision.
Something wrong with using like whiskey?
Yeah, you gotta be fun.
Weed.
It's this town, man. Just talk about the alcohol in this town.
I wave Simeon over. You drink a lot more varied alcohol than me. Have you ever heard of sheep diarrhea?
Oh, I think I've had it once or twice before. It's quite potent.
You know it to be quite a strong drink, kind of like absinthe.
Now Greg's just kind of looks
I kind of want
confused at
one
this
now.
point, and he just goes, I must admit, it doesn't sound appealing. My bowel movements previously had been quite... Okay, so I'm guessing that your constitution matches your exploits, Simeon.
Oh, certainly. Do you know why it's called sheep's diarrhea? Because it's the sound you make when it comes out afterwards.
As much as I hate to say it, Simeon, I don't have to imagine that anymore.
I think you've killed Doom. No.
I'll take 3 of those, barkeep.
Certainly. He gets a flask out from underneath the counter, pours it into clear glasses rather than mugs like normal. That'll be 6 silver.
I will pay that.
Okie dokie.
Right.
He takes it
But
off
what
you and
about
pushes the glasses over towards you.
A mug of regular ale for myself, please. I'm not looking to get quite as tipsy today.
Horse manure? Yeah, sure. Just give me a...
Yes.
He gives you an ale of horse manure.
I don't know why you love that so much. I'll have one of those too, see what the fuss is about.
Right. He serves you one up as well. 1 copper.
No, hand him a copper.
Okie dokie.
Can I ask for like a... No, I'll just take them in hand, actually. I was going to ask for like a tray, but we got big hands.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd
I'll
say
take
you
them in
managed to
hands.
get all 3 in
So
your hand.
your own drink and 3 shots.
Yeah. I'll push my way
Do
through
you
the
not
crowd.
need help with that, Simeon?
Not at all. Not at all. I'll push my way through the crowd.
All right.
Oh, it's you 3 again with these gallant tales. I thought I'd buy you a drink. Please tell us more.
Certainly. Thank you for that. He takes the drinks and gives 2 of them. Well, 2 of them to his compatriots. I see you liked our
Toast.
tales. Glad to see.
A toast to true heroes.
Thank you. Bunch of other people cheer up, going, huzzah! And they down it in 1. I'm gonna actually just roll a 20, I think. So the main one, he throws it down his throat. It gives him a moment, and all of a sudden, he suddenly starts to cough. No, that's... What was that?
I heard it's a good drink here. I thought you fine men deserved only the best.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I'm gonna need a moment.
Kind of reminds me of that time you accidentally snorted a
So,
fireball.
like, Nargrex just kind of like leans over and just goes, "May I suggest water? I find that it really helps
No.
to open up the larynx."
No. Water is not necessary. More ale.
Yes. He sits down for a moment, rubbing his throat, trying to soothe it. Clearly at a bit of discomfort.
Is it
from the
just the
drink.
one or the others?
He's the only one that's drunk it so far. The others are kind of looking a little bit dubious at it after that.
Come, friends, let us drink.
One of them takes it and drinks it. I'll say he kind of winces a little bit, but he drinks it all down. The other one just kind of looks at his glass and looks back at you. Thank you, but no, thank you. The more voicious one goes, grabs it. I'll have it. And throws it down.
Good man, good man.
This one goes down smoother, and he sits down and he just kind of looks at you, and he's just kind of slowly blinking one eye than the other. And he's bobbing slightly.
You all right, my friend? Do you need assistance? Perhaps head outside, clear your head before we drink more. I wish to hear more of your stories.
Yes, the stories without your stand up. Yes, he kind of shuffles back. He tries to walk forward a little bit and he immediately stumbles into the wall.
I'll put my arm around him and sort of escort him. Is there a back area to this place?
Yes, there'll be a little back exit.
I would like to escort him out there.
Okay, you go out there, you go past a set of stalls that are used for toilets and out through a back door. You don't see any. You pass a couple of people on the way through who have just been using the toilets.
Just whispering to Nargax at this point, we have to get you to try this drink, Nargax.
No, Flint, it's really okay.
Come on, it's not one I've had either, Will. Something we can experience together.
Actually, that's the point, dude. What did Nargrex drink at the bar? Was it Horseman?
Fire piss.
Oh, it's fire piss. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
As we're walking out, I'll turn my head back. Flint,
Yes.
you with me, Nargrax, Finion. Watch the door. Watch for the other two.
Finion nods and he just stands beside the door outside of it.
Nargrex will stand on the opposite side of the same door. Finion.
Once we're outside, I would like to throw him against the wall, please.
I'm gonna say, given he's quite
Shove him against the wall.
pissed, you don't even need to roll for it.
Unless he's a
You
massive drunken
shove him
piss.
and he barrels into the wall and slides down it. But
I want to disarm him if he's got any weapons on him.
he has a sword on his hip and another on his back.
I'd like to take them away.
Okay, you draw them out and you throw them away behind you, I assume.
I'll toss if it's like a great sword or whatever. I'll toss.
And it's like two short swords.
Oh, okay. I'll toss one of them behind and keep the other in hand.
Okie dokie. They're not particularly of any good-looking make. They're chipped, a little blunt, clearly seeing use, but they've not been sharpened or kerned for in any way in a while.
It's a warrior's blade.
I'm a warrior, but I'm part of the Serpent's Hand.
Serpent's hand?
I
thought you were part of the Hammerhands.
am. Yes.
Yes? Yes?
Yes, the stars.
Before we leave, well, I'd like to close the door that I walk through while I follow Simeon and also cast Arcane Lock on it.
Okay then. Cast Arcane Lock on the door.
When I get my spells open.
Providing you have a second level 2 slot.
No, yeah, I forgot to take that off, didn't I?
Did you have 2 slots?
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on. He grips his head, blinking, then looks up at you, trying to just get his bearings. Do I know you? We're friends, right?
I am not your friend. And push the sword into his chest. Not to cut him, but enough that he can really feel it.
He
Who
kind
are
of
you?
grabs at the blade a little bit, cuts up his hand a tiny bit. I'm Simeon.
Is that your true name? Push the sword in a bit. Lean on it a bit more.
I'd say that the pain from this is starting to sober him up a little bit, and he suddenly looks up a little bit more clearly. I'm Simeon. What do you want? I've got a bit of money. I can give you some money.
Oh, don't worry. We already relieved you of your funds. I do not wish for money. I want your information. Where did you get the banners of the Hammer Hand?
Banners? He's blinking rapidly, and you can see in his eyes he's getting a little bit more focused as time goes by. He's starting to realize that not all is quite well.
Come, I asked you a question. I'll lean on the blade a bit more.
Okay, I'm going to say he looks at you, and his eyes suddenly start to go wide a little bit. He's realizing exactly what's happening. I listen.
Lost your tongue? You were quite boastful in there. Where's that attitude gone? Huh, Simeon?
We got them from Battlefield, okay?
How do you know my name?
Your name?
I'm Simeon. Roebuck. I'll show him my shield, which has a red deer painted on it. Or a red stag.
Underneath the mirror.
Painted.
Underneath the mirror.
I've taken the mirror off. Come on now. Oh.
He's just sort of like, it's just a reflection of his face. Ah, well, imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
It's my name you've been taking.
His
How do you know who I am?
eyes go wide, and his face goes a little bit pale. What? You're dead. No. You died with the rest of them, didn't you?
Unfortunately, I did not. I did not perish with my brothers and sisters. I linger on to restore the company. Now I ask again, how do you know who I am?
He looks around looking for his compatriots and sees he's very much alone. Listen, we just go around telling stories, okay? We just thought it was a good chance to with what's happened. So we just wanted to make a little bit of money. We didn't mean any harm by it. We told good stories, didn't we?
I will admit, the stories were quite gallant. I especially liked the part about the ogre, where I never slayed one myself, but I'm getting ahead of myself. What else do you know about the company? Who told you my name?
I followed the company for a while. I was helping to supply some swords, some bits of food. I just followed stories from inns, and I remember your name coming up, and you're no one. uh, I we only did it because Hammerhands in jail, okay?
What do you mean in jail?
Listen, we heard a few months ago that Hammerhand he was in jail. He was waiting execution over in the capital of Faln.
Hammer Bracken, the leader.
Yes. I don't really know anyone else who had a hammer for a hand, so listen, just because we didn't think it'd be any harm if he's there, it means that it's not coming back, right? So we just thought make a little bit of coin after these rags that we found.
But I don't understand. He was slain. He fell.
Did he then? I can just tell you what we heard, and we thought it was a good opportunity.
I'm just pacing around menacingly with my quarterstaff over my shoulder.
Listen, I'm sorry if I caused offense. Can I just go, please?
Go. I don't think so. You will tell me everything you know. He was at Bracken. He was like a father to me. I've lived the last few years of my life believing him dead. You will tell me everything you know. You will tell me now, or I will kill you.
His face goes very pale at this, and he immediately starts talking. He tells you how recently he was captured. He doesn't know why, but he's awaiting an execution for a rather high-profile crime, but he doesn't know specifics.
Does he know where?
The capital city of Falm. It's a major trade city in the center of the island, of the continent, that has a direct feed to the sea.
Do I know how far this is from our location?
It's a bit of a decent trip. It's not something that you can make quickly, that's for sure. It'd probably take about, if you were in horse and cart, I'm going to say 3 weeks travel.
Do I know of this place?
Roll history?
History.
Yes. First thing, you're familiar with the town. It's one of the major trade cities. I'll say city. Right. One of the major trade cities, yes, for the entire continent. Because it's got a river that feeds directly to the main ocean, it means that it was always able to basically get to any other port town quite easily. There are a couple of spires nearby to it, so it's generally very, 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 very ideal location. It's got a long history. The most close by spire is largely populated by dragons.
I explain, well, whisper over what I know to Simeon of this place.
I've heard the name. I've never been to the city. I've not. We tended to keep to smaller towns, defending from various armies and whatnot.
Listen, I don't really know much more. I'm sorry. I heard this secondhand information through town guards, through their chatter. All I know is got about 4 months, I think, before he's due to be executed. Making a whole big deal about it. Can I please go?
I will let you live.
Do you let up on the sword?
I have been in my quiet rage. I've been pressing on a little bit without knowing.
I'd say he knows full well it's going to be quite badly bruised where you've been pressing in.
Flint,
Yes.
call the guards.
His eyes go wide. Please, no, 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 no.
I'm going to hoist him to his feet. And,
Okay.
walk him back through the bar.
I undo the lock on the door.
Are you guiding him at sword points, or have you discarded or put away the sword?
Yeah, I discarded their swords. I've pulled mine out.
Okay.
And I'm walking him through.
As you walk through into the main bar, people take note of the fact you have your sword drawn then. You have eyes follow you. As the eyes start to follow you, you start to make your way in. Where do you go to?
Let's head for the front entrance, I suppose.
As you head for the front entrance, the barkeep in particular sees you and he narrows his eyes. Don't be doing anything stupid now.
I'm merely apprehending a criminal. I look back over to the other two.
They
Come
have
now.
seen.
Do not make a scene.
They look at each other. One of them's a bit drunk. The other one completely sober. The drunken one makes his way towards you, with the other following him. When they get about halfway across, the completely sober one immediately makes a break for the back door.
Is that the door that me and Finion were at, Doom?
Whereat, yes, I assumed you followed Simeon into the bar.
Well, I mean, we were stood by the door. I'm guessing he came back through that door when he entered.
Maybe you guys just stayed standing there. Or...
I was going to stay where I was until Simeon was about to leave, and then I was going to leave just because of would have thought it might have drawn more attention if it was obvious we were part of the same party.
In that case, he's going to try and get past you. Make a athletics check. Okay, he tries to jump around you, but I'm going to say you catch hold of his foot and you pull it out from under him.
Okay. Now Grax will just probably grab him and you'll just sort of like take him around the back again. He doesn't really want to drag him through the bar.
Okay.
So
Come on, dude. Here we go.
Seem awfully in a rush for an innocent man. Could you perhaps tell me what's got you so startled?
We don't have a good history with guards, so please don't let us see them. Please.
That man that was just a sore point in the bar, do you know him?
Yes, we do.
And you should probably understand that he is no friend of my companions, and therefore you're no friend of mine. He isn't loose, he's keeping him held down whilst he's saying this.
Down on the floor?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, did he... Just about to say, with the athletics, he said I kind of took his foot up from under him, so I assume I knocked him prone with that.
You did, yes.
So I'm kind of...
You did.
So yeah, I'm just kind of holding him down just so he can't draw a weapon. Did Simeon see me do that?
I'd say no, he would have had his focus on the person in front of him.
Okay, in that case, is Finion with me?
Yes.
I was walking behind Simeon. Did I see what happened?
Let's say you saw him run and you saw Nagrax stop him.
Also, this back alley, does it lead back out to the street, or is it kind of like a sealed off?
An alley that connects over to alleys towards other houses and then back to the main streets.
Okay, so you could get back to the main street from there, so I don't have to take him back through the bar to get him outside.
Correct.
Right, okay, in that case, I will tell Finion. Finion, you should probably go and inform Simeon that one of the ruffians managed to get away. I'd rather not take him back through, so Just let him know that I've got him here and he can deal with him as he wishes.
I'm keeping
Okay.
an eye on the one that's still in here.
The
See
one
what-
that's still in there, he's generally stumbled over and he's coming along quietly. He knows that given he's seen both of his companions captured, the gig's up, so he's just going along with it.
Do I see Finion coming towards us?
Yes. Finian will come over and pass on that Nagrak stops the one that tried to run away.
We'll be fine with these two. You go and assist Nargrax.
Okay. He runs back over to Nagrax and helps get up the other guy and pull him away. So what do you guys do?
I'd like to keep walking this guy out onto the street.
I
Okey-doke.
toss 2 gold to the barkeep. You didn't see anything.
As long as you don't make up a mess in here, I don't mind. Thanks, though. Pockets the gold. As you lead the other one out into the street at sword points, quite a few people who are passing by notice and start to give a wide berth. Let's say you get partway down the street before one of the guards takes notes and come running over. He has a herbold in hand and he lowers it, pointing at you. What do you think you're doing?
Apprehending criminals for you.
What do you mean, apprehending criminals? You can't just point your sword at random people and lead them by it.
This man, as well as his compatriots over there. I'm guessing Nargrax has made his way to the other one by this point.
No, Grex, I don't think had moved yet, but I think he was kind of going to wait for you in the back alley.
Ah. Yeah, I'm coming out to the front, handed him over. These men have been tricking the townsfolk, stealing money that they did not earn.
How have they been doing that?
Giving false tales, stealing my identity.
I don't know when you last went to a bar, but telling stories isn't really a crime.
Did you not hear me? They stole my name and used it to make coin from the innocent.
Have you ever listened to a bard?
Many.
How many stories do they tell that are not their own?
They do not take their name for themselves. They merely pass on the great deeds of others. This one
Maybe.
was doing just that. He took my name, sullied my fellow soldiers' names in petty tales.
He looks at the person you have at sword points, kind of looks like a bit disgusted at him, but looks back at you. That sadly isn't a crime unless you're royalty here.
What do you suggest I do with him then? Let him go, so he can do it again. He can
He
continue his
raises-
charade of mockery.
He raises the herbold, so it's no longer pointed at you. The exit to the town's that way. Don't kill him. He turns around and walks away.
You hear that? The exit is this way. Dragon.
Fuck. I'd say he's not moving quite so openly, willingly at the moment. But as you drag him along, a lot of people notice and watch, and they start to talk. You soon have a little bit of a crowd following you as you make your way towards the exit to the town. As you make your way towards the exits, the guard that you previously spoken to is speaking to the gate guards. They look at you, and then they turn away and look outside, out of the walls. As you get past them, they turn around and look inside, turning their backs on you. What do you do? And you have two of them with you at this point. Nagrax is still in the alley.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't heard anything, so
Is Finion with us?
No, I told him to go assist Nagrax.
Hmm.
yeah, because that's why I sent Finion. I was trying to relay the fact that I was in the alley, or to kind of come that way. But maybe I should have
I
been more
thought
clear.
I thought Finian would have said we're leaving and that, but obviously didn't.
Flint, would you go and retrieve our companions? We need to make sure the other one did not escape.
Will you be fine with these two by yourself?
Absolutely. I've taken on more than this and they're not even armed.
One of them isn't armed.
The other one is no threat. He can barely stand.
Either way, I pass you my blindness darts. Take these. You may need them.
Much appreciated.
I run as quick as possible to go and get Simeon. Well, Flint. I'm Flint.
Okie dokie.
The other companions that aren't with us, whose names aren't coming to mind at the moment.
You have him down there in roll 20.
I
And
do.
also on stream,
Is
on, literally under our portraits. I mean, Finion, to be fair, you don't, but even so.
still. I know the names. I cannot form the words at that moment in time.
It's okay.
right. Simeon, how far out do you go from the gates with them?
I'll just hang around the gate and wait for the rest
Okay.
to join us for now.
Flint, you make your way back to them. I'll say you find Finion and Nagrax. You lay on. That's, well, Simeon has gone all the way to the gate with the other ones, and you want to join them. You make your way back up. Simeon,
Any trouble while we've been?
5 minutes have passed. You see a brief nod, and suddenly both of them dart in opposite directions.
Is this? Are we still making our way back?
You're making your way back.
I'm at the gate with the guards. Are they not? Do they not care?
They turn their back on you.
They're not looking.
All right. I'd like to make a grab for the guy that I had at sword point. I'd like to
Okay.
imagine he was within arm's reach.
Yep, go ahead. Make an athletics check. Yeah, you grab him by the scruff of the neck.
I'd like to throw him to the floor, and then throw one of those darts at the other guy.
Make a weapons attack with the darts. Is it based on finesse, like dexterity for the darts?
Simple finesse, like throwing range.
Yeah,
Finesse, yeah.
so add your dexterity bonus.
How am I making the attack? Because I don't
It'll
have
be a
one in my inventory.
The dart was a custom item, specifically the blindness one.
Oh yeah, but it'll be attacking like a regular dart.
I shared that in roll 20.
Press thrown. See, let's look down my own stats. I got a +6.
So I didn't really relay the effects to Simeon of what the dart did I?
I'm going
I
to
beg
say
your
that
pardon.
it's your dexterity bonus plus your proficiency.
Actually, question, Doom, was I believe Simeon was there when the shopkeeper told Flint how to activate those darts.
Yeah, I was in the shop.
So you know how to use the blindness effect then?
Roll intelligence to see if you remember. If you can't say it off the top of your head, no one tell him.
Is he looking
Yeah.
at?
The blindness dart? Shit, it had an activation, didn't it?
Roll intelligence to see if you remember it. Okay.
Fuck. I forgot it. It had an actual activation method. Fuck it.
Well,
You just
I'll
assume that
forget.
it's just throwing the dart then, I guess.
So that'll just be a D20 plus.
Plus dex plus proficiency.
The dex is plus 0, so it'll just be my plus 2 on it.
Yes. You miss with the dart.
Fuck.
Right, at this point, he's sprinting away and he's disappearing into the woods.
Have we caught up yet?
I'd say 2 more minutes pass whilst Simeon has this other guy quite fucked.
What?
And you guys catch up to him.
What did Nargax do with the other guy?
We didn't discuss it. At some point I wanted to try and knock him out and carry him sort of between me, Flint, and Finion, I guess. Whichever's the stronger of the two. Because I'm not sure I would have been able to get him to
Roll
come
a d20.
along.
If you can get a 17 or higher, you knock him straight out. Otherwise, you just punch him.
Fair enough.
I'd say a 7 or higher would be.
Do you say D20, Doom?
Yeah, D20.
I bonk him on the nose. Guess.
Boop.
Boop.
Wait, did that actually roll? Sure. Oh wait,
Oh,
yeah.
No.
I give him a fierce bonk on the nose.
Boop.
God, fuck.
Listen, I'm not very good at this. Would you just come with us? I think my companion has got your leaders, so we probably want to go to him anyway.
Ah, fuck, I'm bleeding now. He raises his head
Sorry.
and pinches his nose while you lead him on.
So,
Fucking knock
yeah.
me out properly. Fucking
Less epic than I thought, but yeah, I suppose that works too.
right, so you guys meet up again.
The one of them got away. I used the dart you gave me. Didn't hit him, but
Oh, I can still see, so I'm guessing you didn't activate it.
activate it. What do you mean?
Sorry, I thought you were there when it was explained to me. You need to run your fingers down the runes.
Oh, I thought it just had the effect. Well,
What did
one
you
of them.
Are you holding the dart as you say this? Looking at the
I'm
runes?
Yeah, just like looking at it.
Oh god, you're not actually running your
No.
finger down.
I'm not running
No.
my fingers down it. I'm just looking at it.
Make an
Oh,
athletics check
oh no.
Athletics.
again, yeah.
Oh wait, that's strength. My bad. Well, there we go. That's athletics.
Fucking hell. Okay. The guy that you currently kind of restrained, he tries to reach up and run his finger up the dart, but he fails. You pull it out of reach as he tries. Actually, when you bonk him on the head there.
Yep. Give him a bunk.
And Nygax just goes, so that's how you do it.
He's still awake.
Well,
He's
I'll haul him to his feet.
still about tougher though.
And he's on his feet.
Simeon, where did you throw the dart? Do you remember?
Oh, it was over there. I'll point to where the guy was running, I guess.
I
Right,
look
I
at
don't know what specific direction it was from where I was looking. So.
roll a d20 and get above a 5, you get it back. Otherwise, you can't see it at the rest.
That me or?
it beats it, right?
Yep, beats it. Wow, you nearly lost a dart.
So I go over and retrieve my dart.
Okay, so you got one on the feet and one of them with a bloody nose.
All right, I'll haul into his feet.
Mhm.
I'm not in the business of killing in cold blood. I won't say you haven't deserved it, but I'll let you live this day. You will leave this town. You will never return here. You'll never again take up the names of fallen heroes and sully them for your own coin.
He looks at you and then looks down and nods his head.
I'll push him out the gate.
Okay.
As is Nigrax, I'm guessing he's by now, isn't he?
Yeah, you're all together.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I talked to him a few months ago. Never mind. I just say to Simon, and what of this one?
You are part of the charade. Do you wish to follow your comrade? Or do you wish to die by this blade?
Is there an option 3 that doesn't have a bloody nose?
Sorry.
You could die by this spear. Or I have an axe. I have several.
Tempting, but no. He starts to walk past you, still pinching his nose.
I'll shout after him. If you decide to take my name again, at least use my nickname. I was known as the Slayer. And I'll turn around and walk off.
Don't you mean the buckfucker? They start running.
If Simeon kind of moves towards him, I do hold him back.
Just no.
Simeon, no.
Not worth it.
They're not a foe I've bested in combat. They do not deserve my steel.
Okay, then.
Are the crowd of people still watching?
Hmm?
Is the crowd of people still watching?
Yes, you had a bit of an audience for that. They're just kind of silent, looking at you.
I turn around expecting applause.
They're all
Sheath my
just
sword.
I just kind of motion
a bit disappointed.
to Simeon that it's probably best that we should just move on.
Do not worry. People of what's this town called? I don't know if you ever actually told us.
We're kind of whispering amongst ourselves when we've got the town.
What did you say? Sorry.
The town of Kron.
Kron. Do not worry, town people of Kron. These criminals will not bother you again. And I'll confidently walk back through the crowd.
Yeah, the crowd parts and lets you pass through.
I was not
Simeon-
expecting that.
They're all talking and murmuring, wondering who the hell you actually are. Okay. And what do you guys do next?
What time is it?
I'd say about another hour has passed. So you're looking about 6 o'clock-ish at night.
I say we go back to the Mermaid. I really want to try that drink.
Yes. Absolutely.
Come now, Grax. I'm not taking no for an answer.
I will go with you, Flint, but I am not drinking again. It has literally been less 12 hours since I woke up in a pool of my own vomit. I haven't even got the taste out of my mouth yet.
Now is the perfect time to drink.
They say the best cure is more alcohol.
You must build up a resistance. You do not want this scene to happen again.
But
The
who
more you
said
drink, the
that?
less this will happen.
Mm,
Do you want it to happen again, Nargrax?
I don't, but I really thought that
Good man.
just by
And I'll walk him into the bar. And I'll
Right.
order a drink.
What were it? Sheep diarrhea?
Yeah.
And then gets you free cheap diarrhea.
Yeah.
Goes a milk for the boy.
How
I
is
think he
this-
means you for him.
sort of
Yeah, you
like
told me that already,
Nagreg
yeah.
starts to raise his hand as he says that.
He looks to be about, I'd say about 17.
Whatever the boy will wear. Whatever the boy wishes for.
I'll just take a horse manure.
Outstanding.
Okay, so that'll be 6 silver and 1 copper.
Blowing through
I've
the
got that. These
Wait.
are on me, fellows. Feeling rather generous these past few days after our brutal death.
Thank you, Flint.
All right. Nagrax.
Oh, shit.
You have a sheep to you.
What was this happening again? Okay, so I'm doing
Breathe in the
this.
fumes. Make a con save.
Oh, just for the fumes.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Okay, nat
Wow.
20.
Yay.
What is it with these rolls when it doesn't matter?
It
So
makes your nose itch slightly, but in a nice way.
Actually, this doesn't seem so bad. It seems preferable to. What was that drink again, Flint?
Fire piss.
Yeah, yes, that. Sort of with that, Nagrax has probably let his guard down a little bit more than he probably should have, because I think he rolled a nat 20. And he won't. He will kind of like put the mug to his lips gingerly.
It's a
And-
shot in it.
Oh, is it a shot?
It
Is it a shot, Doom? I guess he just has the shot then.
Adam
Drink
and
it
I.
slowly, man. Down in one.
Okay, I guess I do it. Peer pressure for the win,
Right.
guys.
Just roll a straight d20. The lower you get, the worse it's going to hit.
Oh, God.
All of us.
Not all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say for all of you.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
Alright.
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
perfect.
No. Not again.
It's the same. It catches at the back of your throat. You both kind of cough just slightly as it goes down, burning slightly.
Oh,
I
that's tough.
literally went from a nat 20 to a nat 1.
I don't remember it kicking so much.
Nagrax, you start to immediately choke.
A water for our friend.
And you're going to become very drunk very quickly. The lack of oxygen is going to expedite the process.
Why?
Can I clap him on the back?
Why did I let you do this to me
Him on the back, and
again?
he immediately hits the bar
Oh,
and bounces back.
I'm up.
He stands up, he twirls around, and he twirls around 3 times on the spot by accident, meaning to just step backwards. And then he kind of falls back against the bar.
I guess we're not quite there yet.
Con save, Nagrax.
Con save?
Yep.
Can I please just roll high,
An
please?
8. You start to feel yourself starting to vomit. It burns as it starts to come up, but you swallow it back down.
Ew.
Blend, I don't feel so good.
What's my state of mind at this point?
You're kind of just laughing your ass off at Nagrax.
Oh, yeah.
I hate both.
I'm sorry, my friend. Really thought you'd be able to handle it this time.
Why did you?
I've seen some lightweights in my time, but He takes the cake.
Don't make me think of cake.
Don't worry.
Another con save. Yeah, because I thought it's a cake. Okay.
You burp, and luckily it's just a burp.
Oh, God.
Well timed.
No, I actually did that.
Ah.
Yeah, I can do that on request.
Oh, that's a weird
Quite
skill.
a talent.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a little bit buzzed. Come, Nargrax. Let us go find us some cake. And I'm gonna
But I just told you
walk
I
him
don't
out the
want to
bar.
think about the
guess,
cakes.
You try to walk him, his legs don't work.
a fireman's lift, toss him over the shoulder.
Make a con save once you're on the shoulder.
Oh, Christ's sake. You know what? I should have like a counter in the bottom right for the number of con saves I have to do this game.
If every stream doesn't end with this now, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I mean, this come full circle. Now Greg started the session in his pool of vomit,
Like
and that's where he went. Yeah, it's like poetry. There's layers. I think that's supposed to. Is that?
Spittle comes out.
What was that? Sorry, Doom?
You don't vomit, but spittle comes out your mouth down the back of Simeon's. Finion just kind of finishes his mug and follows.
I'm just gonna walk, laughing my way down the street.
Okay then.
Guess I'll head back towards the guild.
Serna's not going to be impressed with you.
Well, you make your way back to the guild. Serna is the first thing you see Simeon as you come in. She looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
Serna, how are you?
Now cleaning it again.
What? No,
Simeon,
he's taking it better this time. I think.
dump me outside, Simeon. I don't want to cause Serna any trouble.
I'll go and toss him in the training yard. Give him a bucket.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's sober enough that he knows that he's going to be a bother.
I'll make a little.
Your way through.
I'll make a little bonfire so he doesn't freeze out in the training yard.
I'll kind of prop myself up near the statue. Just because that is probably the nearest thing to the door.
Actually, the furthest thing on the door, really.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
it was literally... I literally thought that the statue was next to the back door. Or is that kind of on the other side? I mustn't have...
Why have you come this far out?
Doors there. Statues
Let,
there.
let me just have a look. Ah, right. For some reason, I don't know why, but I thought the door was here. Before. I don't know why. I wasn't looking at the map properly. Okay, then I suppose I'm just out by the front door. It wouldn't make any sense for me to go around there.
Okie dokie.
I only said that because I thought it was next to it, but never mind.
Yeah, I'll make him a little bonfire so he doesn't get too cold.
Okie doke. Once you've dealt with that, Serna will come and see Simeon in particular. Simeon, now, I've kind of gathered that a lot of you don't seem to like doing your reports, even though they've been quite helpful, so have you considered taking on a scribe?
No. It did not cross my mind.
You can normally hire one from, well, there's quite a few different inns actually and bars, so if you can normally go and find someone that will happily do the kind of thing.
Serena seems quite taken with you, Simeon. Maybe she would be our scribe.
I'm sure her penmanship is exquisite.
You'll find her hands tend to be quite full, so she probably won't be able to.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Thank you, Serna. Barkeep, my mug is empty. I wish to be remedied.
Horseman, you're coming up. As the mugs are brought over, Serna says, try visiting the Old Pickle. That tends to be a good place for getting scribes.
What time is it at this moment?
At this moment, it's going to be like 8 to 9 at night.
What time do they open?
They would have been open for pretty much all day, and they'd probably be open until late hours. If you went now, you'd leave it till tomorrow, your choice. And apparently, Nagrax's funeral.
You can just hear
It'll be
moaning from the.
I preferred the sound of the other moaning earlier.
Simeon, can your drink wait?
Can I what?
Can your drink wait?
No. I have much to contemplate. I wish to drown my sorrows this eve.
Okay then. So if nobody else has anything else, we'll say that the session ends with you guys drowning your sorrows.
Well,
No,
And
I am.
Simeon drowns his sorrows.
Nagrax
Also,
is just
add 15
drown.
gold. I forgot to add it at the end of the last session, didn't I?
What was that, sorry?
Everyone had 15 gold. Forgot to add it at the end of the last session.
Oh,
Didn't we?
Yes, because I only have 12, so
we
clearly
need
I
to
haven't
add
added
15 gold, did you say?
Yes.
Ah, awesome. I shall do that. At least Nagrax gets something out of this other than more vomit.
Do you want me that sack of like 90 copper? Do you want me to keep it in copper?
Yeah, keep it in copper, yeah.
I've kept mine in copper.
Yeah,
I did add it as
well.
copper. I'm like, I don't know how to convert this. I'll just keep it as that.
So we need to visit a bank for that.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, I guess so.
But,
I'm going to say everyone can have 300 XP. Why not?
hey,
Tiny bit of XP because not really loads was gained, but still. Get into something. And you confronted some peoples.
Nagrax has had
Did
two
it go below
traumatic
your pen?
experiences and a sort of like a religious experience.
It was
So-
a roleplay session.
Exactly.
You got things out of it. You got feats.
As much as you wanted us to fight, we didn't.
Actually, quite surprised you didn't, to be honest.
It isn't always
I
the
was
answer.
trying to be diplomatic.
So, anyway, is that the end of the session right there, Doom?
Yes, that is the end of the session.
So, I added a few more layers to my overlay, so now we can do shoutouts.
Yay,
So we'll start with you, Doom. So I even got a command ready. It's so awesome.
I'm awesome.
So, anything you want to say? Oh, on your screen.
Well, this was unexpected completely. Could have done with some forewarning. Would have written up a full thing of it.
Fair enough. But this is roleplay. You're supposed to improvise. You're the DM of all things.
Well, please feel free to join me. I stream 7 Days to Die quite often. I'm going to be streaming Minecraft in the near future, and join us next week for the next session of The Secrets of Neros.
Da-da-dum-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-la-la-la-lam.
Okay. Second shout out is me. So obviously I am Bugatti7. You're watching my channel right now. Well, I guess someone is. I am on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and also got a Discord. You can see my social links on the right hand side. At the moment I'm streaming 7 Days to Die, but I occasionally stream other things. I think I did Resident Evil most recently. I need to finish that actually, but that'll probably come in the near future. Maybe. We'll see. And also got a couple of other things that I'd probably like to do, but time will tell on those. But moving ever on, got you here as well, Zach. So, anything you'd like to say?
Watch, these guys are a lot better streaming than me.
Yeah. You got your Final Fantasy X thing, don't you?
I do. Still.
Yeah, everyone go watch Zach's run of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I hear it's going well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going well until underplanes, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that you'll be able to push through it.
So hopefully.
But
To Elf. Skip to Elf. His turn.
yes, okay. But last and
He likes the spotlight.
by no means certainly least, Elf, you can see his socials in the right-hand side as well. Anything you'd like to say, sir?
If you want to check me out on Twitch, I stream mainly Minecraft, but I'll also do a few other bits. I'm going to be starting up The Sims 4 with Sarah on stream with me. That's going to be fun. Other than that, I have a YouTube channel where I have started doing some Pokemon challenges as well as Minecraft map art and other things, various things to come in the future.
Do you like various?
Ooh.
Yeah, various things sound good. But with all that being said, I think that is it for stuff on stream. So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from everyone else, and we shall see you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Au revoir.